little person. Little.
That is a child.
Child?
We were all little children once, like her.
Not Casper.
Yes, even you.
No.
Of course, in your darkness, how could you know that your body was growing? With what could you compare yourself? That is a flower, a rose.
A rose. Beautiful.
That is a thorn. Often with beauty, there is a little pain.
From Decatur, Illinois, Kid Lombard. Come on, Kid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, Sam, where you been? I've been looking all over for you. Some people are waiting outside. They're going to throw a big party for you.
You hear that? You hear that? A big party. Big party for the champ. You come too, sis.
No, kid. Tonight is your night. Don't you like me?
Oh, gosh almighty, I just didn't know there was a girl as pretty as you in the whole country. I mean, you're the prettiest girl I ever seen. And you're so soft. And you talk like a bird song. And you smell good, too.
Oh, I just love the way you talk.
Hi, I'm Steve Bentley. Oh, that's too bad. I'm president of the Rangers. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I'm looking for some real action. Well, we got most of the football players. No, a different kind of action. Okay, see you around. Why not?
How old were you when you first started? Bonanza was not the first show you've ever done.
Oh, no, I did a lot of, when I started television, there were 39 westerns on the air when I
were you in the days when Gunsmoke started and all of them?
Oh, yeah, we had Gunsmoke and Wyatt Earp and Have Gun Will Travel.
Yeah.
Wanted Dead or Alive. I did the pilot for Wanted Dead or Alive with Steve McQueen.
Come on in. Don't be bashful. Shut the door.
Why are you doing this? All he wants is something to eat.
Saw you coming up, Randall.
I didn't make a secret of it.
Do you know him?
He's the guy that shot me.
No.
Like I didn't do a very good job.
You see, he admits it.
Tell her why.
Shut up.
Tell her. Now, you and your brother cut a man in half.
I told you to shut up.
These guys used to live this stuff. Used to live it. You know, a guy like Peter Breck from Black Saddle would go on the set of Wanted Dead or Alive with Steve McQueen over by the coffee machine. They tell me you're pretty fast. McQueen would look up. Fast enough. Commissary, 1 o'clock.
The Rifleman.
Get inside, Mark. Go on, son.
You know what's wrong with you? You want to quit that bunch, but you're afraid to admit it to yourself.
You know why? Because you've had a taste of regular life and you like it. You met a girl you might be in love with. And you've probably even got a notion about settling down.
Stuff is for fools, not for me. Well, even if I wanted to settle down, and I'm not saying that I do, what could I do about it?
That's easy, son. When they come for you, just tell them you're through.
That's easy. Well, you don't know my brother.
Did you ever make a pilot for television that was a real stinker?
Oh,
I mean, a bomb. I've never talked about it.
I'm so glad you asked.
You made a show that you thought was great.
I made a show years ago before Bonanza. It was a half-hour show, and I played a character named Johnny Risk.
Johnny Risk? That's a typical television name.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Did this ever see the light of television at all?
No.
What do you have against these people?
Nothing. They merely have property that we should have had in the first place.
And they worked hard for it. They fought freezing temperatures, hunger, wild animals. They've got wives and children.
Well, what about the rest of us? We've gone through a lot up in this miserable country. Anyway, please, spare me the sermon.
You talk to me about sermons. Well, it seems to me a day never went by when I was a kid that you weren't lecturing me on decency and integrity and morality.
And I'm happy to see that my lectures bore fruit. Nobody can deny that you're a decent, well-liked, and completely respectable human being.
You volunteered to go on a mission with me?
It's my one chance. I'm going to prove to you and through you to the entire crew that I'm not yellow.
In my book, you're still a murdering, yellow-gutted louse.
I said I'd go around you. Or through you. Or over you. Look, Doc. I don't want to do this. But either you take care of that boy, or so help me God, I'm going to kill you. Help me, Doctor, please! I know they're going to catch me, but don't let anyone see me like that. Please, Doctor, help me!
Michael Landon in a powerful performance as the boy possessed.
Now, remember how wonderful it was when you sprang and suddenly dug in with your fangs, a soft throat, the gush of warm blood?
No! No!
Nothing you've ever seen has such blood-chilling savagery. Nothing you've ever conceived packs such a spine-tingling jolt. This high school boy, a teenage werewolf, a constant threat of claw-ripping attack to everyone.
That string of parts was about to lead into the part that would make my father famous, Little Joe in Bonanza. And by the time his career was over, he had written 107 hours, directed 208, produced 330, and starred in over 800 hours of television productions.
Yep, that's a fact.
The Michael Landon tribute will continue with David Canary.
The best premiere Thursday ever kicks off Cosby's biggest season.
I'm engaged. Whoa.
Then A Different World premieres with a surprise marriage. And did Sam and Rebecca have on an all-new Cheers? Then on the Wings season premiere, Helen, a stripper? You've waited all summer for this. NBC Thursday.
Somebody talking about Bonanza in here? Today's a Bonanza. Oh, it's today? It's Monday. Today's Bonanza Day. I occasionally watch Bonanza. You laugh about it. The boys you can laugh about it, but it's just unbelievable. We ever see the show? It's a 50-year-old father and 3 47-year-old sons. You know why they get along good? Because they're all the same age. Hey, Pa, you ride the horse? Then I'll go to town. Come on. What kind of show is that? Ponderosa.
We're not a one to settle up and run bonanza. Any one of us starts a little fight, knows he can trust on me.
I've got a flair for women everywhere. Bonanza! Bonanza! And when I call on Eddie down at all, she's gonna welcome
Too much
me.
noise. Can't sleep.
I'm not afraid of any pretty maid. Bonanza! Bonanza! When I give a kiss to any pretty miss, he'll learn a lot from me.
1 for 4 for 4. We guarantee 1 for 4 for 4.
Hi, I'm David Canary. For 6 years, the Ponderosa was home to me when I played Candy, the foreman on the Cartwright Ranch. In 1959, America was introduced to two things that changed the viewing habits of tens of millions of people across the country. The first was the advent of color television. The second was a program called Bonanza. One wouldn't have existed without the other.
Well, I think the early days of Bonanza, it's a known fact, NBC wanted to show in color. RCA wanted to show in color, I should say. And NBC was the only show on NBC that was in color. And we spent hours lighting every scene. We had 15, 16 electricians every day to make sure the color balance was correct. We had people all at the network that used to take all kinds of pains in getting the right quality going out on the air. And I think the first 2 years, it stayed on the air solely because of the color quality that they had.
Boy, I never knew a couple dozen sheep could be so ornery. Almost as bad as people. Hey, what are you looking at now? Hey, that's what I call a right pretty girl. Hey, look over here. That fella right there, that's that handsome Joe Cartwright. This guy's always watching me when I'm shaving. I just can't seem to get rid of him.
I was the first writer to become a television producer. The show was a little show called The Restless Gun with an actor named John Payne. And Michael had been in the pilot.
Look what just rode into town.
While I was doing that, I got the idea for Bonanza. I called Michael, he came in, and there he was. You know, the first time I really had met him in the flesh. He was a most attractive young man.
We got a little game we like to play with strangers that come into town.
Oh?
Yeah. Here, see, you and me draw on each other. And the man that draws the fastest gets to shoot a cartridge off the other man's head at 50 paces.
That sounds a mite dangerous.
Oh. You mean you don't want to play?
Do you know when we do that shot where the four of... We used the title shot at one point where the four of us rode up at a full gallop and pulled up right in front of camera with a smile kind of like this.
Yeah. Little macho type of head.
Right. And that smile meant, oh,
What's the matter with you? Haven't you ever seen a lady before?
No, ma'am. I mean, not such a pretty one. Not in a long time.
You know, girls say they like poetry and music. But the men that really impress them are those of strength.
Of courage. I'm going to take this gun. I'm going to walk through that barricade, and I'm going to walk down that street up to that mesa, and I'm going to kill as many of Matthew's men as I can before they kill me.
Of physical action.
Little Joe, the way Mike played him, was the hot-blooded little brother of the Cartwright clan. He was the one who most often got the girl.
No, I can't speak real fancy like Shakespeare. And I don't agree with him.
Why not?
Well, first of all, I can't compare you to a summer's day. You're more like a day in spring. Now, I could talk real fancy, and I could say that your eyes are like stars. And I could say that your mouth is like a rose. When I look at you, I just can't think of anything to say.
Am I beautiful?
You're very beautiful.
Can we talk of love sometime? Joe, if you really want me.
I want you. I want you more than anything else in the world.
Tell me again, Joe. Say it again.
I love you. I love you more than anything else in the world. Jersey, you can't go. Do you understand? I love you more than anything in my life. Of course, I'm not exactly Romeo.